Hello, I'm Camelia and this is KiniNews. The Dewan Rakyat has slapped Pendang MP Awang Solahuddin Hashim with a 3-day suspension. This came following his refusal to retract his anti-Islam accusation towards Jelutong MP RSN Rayer.
Saya remain with my principle lah.
Yang berhormat Pendang, 1, tarik balik. Yang berhormat Pendang, 2, tarik balik. Yang berhormat Pendang, 3, tarik balik. Nak tarik balik atau tidak? Ya? Tekan tu dan bercakap.
Saya tak tarik balik.
Dengan sedemikian, bentara 3 hari keluarga.
Awang made the remarks against Rayer after the DAP lawmaker stood up to raise a point of order against him, citing an incident last Thursday when he labelled 6 Bersatu MPs as the 6 condemned. Rayer, who sought a ruling from Ramli, had argued that Awang's Enam Jahannam remark last week was impolite, in bad faith and in contempt of the House. Awang then stood up and accused Rayer of being anti-Islam, sparking a brief outcry with Simza Zin, who then joined in a call for Deputy Dewan Rakyat Speaker Ramli Mohd Nor to take action against him. Zaid Ibrahim has urged Amno to push for the Dewan Rakyat Speaker to be replaced. He said this after 2 Amno leaders voiced their opinion against the ruling by the Speaker on the 6 former Bersatu MP seats.
Former Minister Zaid Ibrahim has urged Amno to push its partners in government to allow Parliament to replace Dewan Rakyat Speaker Johari Abdul. This came following the Speaker's ruling that 6 former Bersatu MPs will retain their seats and not force a by-election. Taking to X, Zaid noted that Amno Deputy President Mohamad Hasan and Amno Vice President Johari Abdul Ghani have spoken out about the issue. He said both are critical but polite, and both present their respective comments in different ways. According to him, it is good that both Amno leaders have spoken, but the remedy is quite simple. Choose another person who is disposed to be fair as Speaker. He added that if Amno feels strongly about the issue, then the government will have no choice but to allow Parliament to elect another Speaker. He stressed that proper functioning of government institutions, including Parliament, can only happen when officials are honourable and honest in discharging their duties and responsibilities.
Former DAP leader P Razami has shared his views on one of the reasons for Amno's decline. Let's take a look at what he said.
Former Penang Deputy Chief Minister P Razami has questioned if Amno's alliance with DAP could be a factor in the former dominant party's decline. In a statement today, he said Amno was hampered not only by the misdeeds of its past and present leaders, but also by its strained relationship with DAP. He said the party can never again regain its past political supremacy as long as it is weighed down by this. Razami said that even if the political leaders of both parties have reasons of political expediency to embrace each other, Amno grassroots members are better. He claimed that in the recent Sungai Bakap by-election, ordinary grassroots Amno members voted for the Perikatan national candidate, and this trend would persist. The Uturn founder claimed that it was difficult for Amno grassroots to view DAP in a positive light. He also claimed that the longer Amno is caught in its political embrace with DAP, the longer it will take the party to resonate among ordinary Malays. Razami added that Amno's problems are not all about its relationship with DAP, as the party cannot be reinvigorated or reinvented without purging some of its leaders who have shoddy dealings. According to him, cutting off ties with the DAP is not an issue, but the question of reinvigorating the party might pose a serious problem as they have to get rid of the leaders who are well entrenched in the party.
KK Mart and one of their suppliers has been fined over the case involving the socks with Allah written on them. KK Mart's founders were also freed from criminal charges in the case.
The Shah Alam Sessions Court fined KK Mart and one of its suppliers 60,000 ringgit each over the socks bearing the word Allah scandal. This is after both companies pled guilty to amended charges for causing religious offence. KK Mart founder Chai Ki Kan and his wife Loh Siu Mui walked free from criminal charges in the same case. The court had granted a discharge amounting to an acquittal to Chai and Loh and 3 company directors. On March 26, Chai and Loh, as directors of KK Mart, claimed trial on the charge of intentionally hurting the religious feelings of others. The duo was accused of committing the offence at an outlet in Bandar Sunway, Selangor at 6:30 a.m. on March 13th. The charge was framed under Section 298 of the Penal Code, which specifies imprisonment up to a year, a fine, or both.
Penang PAS Youth has moved to call for the removal of Dominic Lau as the state PN chief. The decision was approved during the Penang PAS Muktamar.
Penang PAS Youth is pushing to remove Gerakan President Dominic Lau as the state Perikatan National Chief. This decision was made during the Penang PAS Youth Muktamar, where the proposal was unanimously approved. According to the State Wing Information Chief Muhammad Ikhwan Afiq Muhammad Anwar, the motion moved by the Tasik Gelugor PAS Youth Division was based on three key considerations. This was the need for a restructuring to ensure PN survival in Penang, the demographics of Penang, and the demands of grassroots members. He revealed this on Facebook yesterday. However, no further details were provided. The push against Lau comes amid a gradual shift in Penang's political landscape. PAS has been gaining ground in the state, winning 7 out of the 10 seats contested during last year's state election. By comparison, Gerakan, which once helmed the state government from 1969 to 2008, failed to win any seats in the state election.
Tien Chua has called on Anwar to make a U-turn on the MAHB deal for the sake of the country's interest and the people's outcry on the issue.
Former PKR Vice President Tien Chua has urged the government to change its mind about selling Malaysia Airport Holdings Berhad shares to a BlackRock-linked company. He said, "It is not unusual for a government to reverse its decisions and hoped that Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim would consider doing so on the MAHB issue." Chua added that he did not know how the decision came about, whether by the previous administration or civil servants, but noted that it is normal for a government to back out of deals. He pointed out that the government made U-turns in 2018 in the high-speed rail and ECRL projects, and said that those who are familiar with how the government works knows that you can make a U-turn even after a tender has been opened. With this, he questioned why not make a U-turn now, for the sake of our country's interests and the people's outcry. The MAHB deal courted flack from various quarters after it was found that BlackRock, a company deemed to have ties with Israel, is acquiring GIP, which is part of the consortium that will acquire shares in the airport operator. Anwar, however, has defended the decision, saying Malaysia's economy would be impacted if it were to cancel ties with all Israel-linked companies.
That is all from me today. For more stories, you can go to KiniTv.com. You can also follow us on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook for the latest news updates. If you'd like access to news like this and more, subscribe now to Malaysia Kini and support independent media. I'm Camelia. Thanks for watching.